this moment.
Well, RH wasn't going to not launch it now, obviously. RHMax channel.
There you go. He did it. He knew I was streaming. That's what you're saying. He knew it.
Well, yeah, he's following, obviously.
He follows you, man, right?
I'm not signed in here, but yeah, he does follow me.
Yeah, he follows you.
Yeah.
Follows you. He replies to your tweets. He's giving you shout outs. You deserve it, man.
He retweeted me on the one time on Aubrey the Gray longevity podcast.
Yeah, that's what it was. That's what it was.
I mean, you fucking guys were on the phone for 2 hours yesterday, and I was trying to call.
Who, me?
Yeah, you and RH were on the phone all day yesterday.
Oh yeah, that's right. I was
trying to plan this shit out. My God.
Kept texting me like, man, look, me and Dad need to talk. All right, we got a lot of stuff to talk about. He's going to be launching tomorrow.
Me and Dad, he says.
So let's run through it tab by tab and see kind of what we got going on.
I'm trying to like stay centered here. It's just wow, a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
So
proof of stake, baby, deposit, the terminal, uptime. Wow. Bad behavior.
This is good.
This is what he was talking about as far as documentation and validator setup, I think. So, dude, yes, there's an ETH 2.0 portal, what do you call it, Launchpad. And this looks like the Launchpad for PulseChain Testnet. So you basically go through these, make the deposit, do the confirmation. I did all this stuff with Testnet on ETH before, and it's messy as crap. I use the Guerrero testnet. It's a mess. But so like, seriously, we got with PulseChain, if we just get the documentation correct, I know ETH 2.0 threw the Ethereum people a bunch of wrenches and they got stuff figured out. It'll be better in the future, and we got a chance for PulseChain to really get the validator stuff and nodes like super concise and just easy, because it's not so easy on testnet for Ethereum right now. Mm-hmm. So that clients.
And we did hit 12.22 cents already, by the way. So I called it. Let's go.
Anybody buying Hex right now?
Put that crystal ball away, Axis. Put the crystal ball away. It's not fair.
Right. What does this do when you? There's a launch pad for.
What are the generally the penalties for like dropping connection or like messing up if you get a block? Do you know off the top of your head?
So the slashing. I don't, I was doing testnet stuff with Ethereum and it really wasn't that bad. You got to really start messing up and not be online for a while before they start slashing you, at least on the, the testing I was doing on the testnet. I don't know top of my head the penalties, but it's in your best interest to keep things online and to keep the machine running. But I don't think
that's like my main hesitancy on like being a validator. It's like actual work. Like you gotta keep up with stuff and make sure you're not going down. So that's why I'm excited about Alex's thing. If it like makes it like super easy, plug and play, forget about it, like then becoming a validator becomes no question about it. You're just, even not from a profit standpoint, just like helping the network out, being a participant in it, I think has its own merit in of itself.
Everyone, I just want to say, share the link. If anyone wants to know and see the first look of, I assume we're the only ones right now live showing this. Maybe there's others, but we're going to be going through this because you're getting validator specifics. We're talking about like 1 terabyte for all this for the hard drive stuff. First look. So,
yeah. Live.
PulseTube just went down because there's so many people that they had to aggregate, and this is amazing. This is really good documentation. So way better than again what I've seen with the ETH testnet stuff. This is like, wow, you do these things and it works. And I've already got a bunch of documentation from the ETH stuff that I will probably be porting over to the PulseChain testnet, and even some setup scripts. Although they may already have some good setup scripts here, but I was trying to like get my ducks in a row to prepare for all this. And now that it's finally here, oh my gosh! Just looking at the execution clients, you can choose the consensus clients. Man, this is really good documentation. Bravo to the dev team for the Pulse.
I was going to say this is the kind of user experience you get when you have someone like Richard Hart overseeing a bunch of technically sound people. Like the vertical integration and the approach is just completely unheard of in blockchain. You had too many forward-thinking technical people trying to create the innovative technology, but now you have someone like RH coming along as a user and being like, hey, we need this to be simplified and easier for regular people to figure out. And this is the edge that PulseChain has over every other blockchain.
Yeah. If one thing Richard's good at, it's like knowing what how to present things for people to understand them, or marketing, essentially marketing. And that's probably stemmed from like, his early days in like internet advertisement and like the internet, internet ad stuff. Like, how do I present something to somebody that entices them to want to use it, right? And we're getting all of that knowledge and experience thrown into this blockchain.
So off back to your question too, I just read here, if validated effective balance is below the 32 million, you won't be earning full staker rewards. So that could be some of the penalties may play into that.
At least that much.
Drops below 16. Well,
16.
Geez, I hope so. At that point, you've been not, I won't say slashed anymore, murdered. So
decapitated.
Yeah, geez, 16. Where's the 10,000x on that one? Wow, this is amazing. So this PulseChain, become validator, learn about staking, more stats.
Hey,
this is the Beacon Explorer that we've been looking at. So this is a fork of what is it called? It's like Beacon chain.info. I'm almost afraid to type it in. It won't be the right one. Let's see, Google. Beacon. Dang, what is the chain info? It's like something.info. There we go, beacon.cha.n. So this is something I called out a while back, looking at his preview pictures of the Block Explorer or the Beacon Explorer and stuff. So yeah, this is a fork of this one, I'm pretty sure. So very interesting. This is where you can see stats on validators and blocks and different stuff. Wow.
Hey, check go to PulseX. See what the staking on there looks like right now. I'm curious.
Let's see. Did I have PulseX here? Yeah. Here we go.
Do you have the staking stuff yet?
Let's see. Earn and then farms. So here are the farms.
Is it the liquidity pools?
Yeah. Oh, it is. Did I see? Yeah. PulseX pulls.
Yeah. You probably have to connect to view, huh?
I don't know if maybe there's just nobody set a pull up yet because we're so early. I'm not sure.
Yeah, probably. I was just curious. Thanks, man.
Yeah. No, if you guys tell me whatever you want to see because I'm just kind of clicking around. Just wow, liquidity. Yeah. So you got to connect to wallet for some things. This is just seeing this. I'm like, again, I'm in shock. I'm in awe right now.
Well, we needed the step before we could seriously look forward to mainnet, right? Like you couldn't. How do I want to say this? It's like you couldn't be excited about mainnet until the testnet went live. Like it was impossible for mainnet to come out until this came out. So this was like a necessary benchmark that we needed to reach before we could like seriously get PulseChain out. And now that it's actually out, we're using it. We know it's happening. We know that they've been doing all this work and it's come to fruition in a usable way. Like, PulseChain has become that much more real. And, the world's going to change when PulseChain launches. The entire scope by which we analyze the markets, the amount of attention that we're able to give to each individual thing is going to be completely different. Like it's a whole new epoch, a whole new paradigm that's going to exist. People are going to be talking about these moments, later on, like they talk about like Big Payday, like they talk about the adoption amplifier. It's going to be, the 4 more weeks joke again, the 2 more months joke for PulseChain launch, and people can be like, wow, you were so lucky to even be in there during those times. And we're at the very precipice of the end of that epoch before the whole landscape changes, and probably in a good way, probably in a way that favors our bags and favors crypto as a whole, because this ecosystem is being built from proper first principles with the right foundation to actually do well and succeed for the most amount of people.
Yeah, it's just the last couple of years. I mean, I would say the last year has been the kind of like suppression of it. It's coming, it's exciting. We don't know when it's going to be here. And then I think eventually, at least for me, I just kind of like, I don't want to think about it anymore because I don't want to get my hopes up. I'd rather be pleasantly surprised than disappointed. So for this to actually launch, I mean, this isn't mainnet, this is testnet, so like everyone level themselves with that. But this, if there's no critical bugs, and we don't know the timeline for mainnet. I've said it's probably going to be a couple months or so. That seems like a reasonable amount of time if there's no critical bugs found, if everything goes well, to give projects and everyone who's launching on it time to play with it, and devs themselves to make sure things are good to go. Could be more, could be less. I mean, ETH 2.0 versus BSC, how long the testing needs to happen. We've already seen ETH 2.0 out for a while. So that plays a factor into the timeline and what we can expect to. Hopefully PulseX doesn't have any issues and stuff running. The devs are going to have all the information they need, but just seeing this is just, again, kind of just gets me out of the pushing it out forever and into the, it's happening, folks. It's happening.
It's actually 2 months away.
Jeez, I hope we do mid-May, just cherry on top. Let's do
just
it.
For fun.
He
For
meant
the
2023,
memes,
didn't
for
he?
the memes.
I mean, he's a funny guy. He says he's fat and old, but rich and funny. So maybe he wants to do a spin on mid-May. You never know.
Yeah.
I think mid-May. I wouldn't want it to launch next week. I mean, of course, the little kid inside of me is like, oh no, we'll launch as soon as we can. But like the adult person who wants this product to succeed, and the developer, the type of mindset is like, we need time to test this stuff. So we need 1 month, 2 month, in my opinion. So that's if you waited this long, you can wait a little bit longer. You'll be all right.
Yeah. Oh, if you're muted, Axis, if you're trying to say something.
Yeah, I was just saying that Hex is about to cross 12 cents and probably hold it as support here.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can go back to.
Oh no, I want to keep seeing. Well, we want to see the. I'll just get the price chart up there. That's good. With that, I want to see
just randomly yell numbers at the price as we're talking.
14, 15,
like an auction house.
Access, just every couple minutes, you just tell us the current hex price, and that'll be good, sir.
That's my kind of money right there.
That's why you're here. Just
whoa! A thing came up. A new thing came up. $3. Whoa.
That's pulse to PulseX. The ratio.
Yeah.
So
yeah. Sorry. The ratio 3.32.
Yeah. I'm curious to see, pulse to hex. I just got to see it.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Can I do that?
If you click on by swap on the right side, switch
to
PulseX drop down to.
You want to see this one?
Yep.
To pulse.
To pulse.
To pulse. To pulse.
Let's see what they do to the chart. 13 to 1. Okay. So 13 hex for every pulse. Am I reading that right?
Yeah.
Or is it 13 pulse for every hex?
13 hex.
Pulse. Flip it the other way next to basic. Oh yeah, that way too.
1 pulse per hex.
Either way.
Yeah. So that ratio is it's key information, you guys. Is kind of what you could expect going out the gate. That's actually very surprising to me. How discounted pulse hex might be on the launch day of the actual mainnet.
Yeah, I mean, if you can multiply your, I'll tell you what I'm thinking. But if you can multiply your hex bags by a significant amount by only giving up a little bit of your pulse bags, that seems like a no-brainer. Like if you could turn, say you have 10,000 hex and you can turn it to 100,000 by only giving 5-10% of your pulse bag, it just seems like a no-brainer trade, at least in my opinion.
Chat has doubled in the last 15 minutes, and just scrolling down. Sorry, I'm not gonna get to. Yeah, that just. So these incentive token. So we got the incentive token here too.
Happy early birthday, Uncle Will. That's cool. He turns 62 tomorrow, so you got Testnet for his birthday.
Hey, happy birthday, man.
Happy birthday, Uncle Will. Yeah, appreciate it. You've been coming for a while too, so good to see you.
Well deserved.
Let's see. Anything else? I mean, these are testnet values, right? Like how much can we read into? I mean,
I think you should read into it. I think you should see the base. Well, so our assumptions were right, 3 to 1, as far as pulse to PulseX. So that makes sense to me. That's kind of what I was thinking. It's the hex one that really kind of threw me off. I do think that it'll probably launch at a similar ratio because what the AMM bot's doing is it's harvesting at the correct ratios so that so the coins aren't diluted, and so it's just giving you a base ratio. So that is actually super important for people to know.
Type in 1 hex on there. I just want to see. Just one. So 1 hex gets you 0.8 pulse.
And these things are volatile right now, so it's.
Oh yeah.
That's probably why that changed, right? Or no, could flip it the other way once, so the hex is on top. Yeah. Okay. So look at how it's come down from 13 now to 9.87. So that ratio game is going to be very, very risky because it wasn't at 13 just a minute ago, and now it's 9.8. So you would have lost potentially 20% of your bag if you would have tried to ratio trade in the wrong direction right there.
Mm-hmm. And this is what it's going to be like. There are not going to be any dollar values or anything at the beginning. So you got to make sure you know which way you're trading when it does it. If you have any question in your mind what you're doing, just don't do it. Just chill.
Correct.
So
Future trading is not going to be the Wild West. Wow. You can see. This is old stuff. It's 24 hours old.
What was that? 2005?
Yeah, I know. Launchpad, Block Explorer. Let's check that out for a sec too. Wow. So that whoever posted, I think was that Funding Jim that posted the DNS entries. Somebody was looking at those. I didn't even think to even check that. But.
Yeah, that's what I saw first. That when people were first saying it, that's the screen that I pulled up first.
Dude, I could have literally wrote a script to like monitor that and alert me as soon as anything changed with anything regarding PulseChain. I didn't even occur to me to do that, but I could have wrote that code and I could have been first to know.
Want to know something funny? Alex got the front end up on Icosa for Hex before the official Hex site. He's already got it going. If you want to interact with your Hex stuff, you go on the Icosa app, and it already has PulseChain supported apparently.
Wow, dude, beast, that man. There's people in this ecosystem that are just there's nothing else like it. I mean, there's no who. Show me something better, people. Show me something better. It's like all the things we've been saying forever are like they're coming true. They're manifesting, right? Like it's amazing.
Yeah. Anybody that missed the original run up on Hex for the 10,000X, you guys are about to get to feel the confidence that a lot of us guys that were in from the beginning of Hex feel like, and we felt for the whole bear market. There's a reason why I'm able to get up here in front of a camera and speak so confidently about this ecosystem, and it's because you're backed by a community that actually cares, and it's not just pump chasers. That's gonna, their end game isn't just to make a 2 or a 5x. We're all looking for that 10,000x, and so because of that, we're aligned, and we're in the investment for the long term, and that's why you get these kinds of moves in prices because the code is so good, right? And yeah, so it just feels really good to be part of something that's really going to rug pull the rest of the legacy crypto. Now you went from legacy finance to cryptocurrency, and now you have cryptocurrency of new and cryptocurrency goals. You have legacy cryptocurrency now, which is like the old blue chips, and it's all moving toward this new DeFi future. And that's what's so exciting, is that it's a movement, right? Hex is a movement.